Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana, where it is kind of dreary outside, supposed to get more rain and everything, but not inside because I'm a happy camper and I'm all brightly colored today. It's Wednesday, it is time for Paper Pumpkin Playdate, one of my favorite kits to play with and one of my favorite lives to do. So I am ready. I had a great morning teaching the little Chinese students online. I had some really fun classes with some really interactive children that wanted to just show me how much English they know. It was fantastic. We had so much fun, laughed a lot, played, danced, and all of that fun stuff. And all in 25 minutes for each class. Not a bad thing. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started on today's alternate for Paper Pumpkin. This is the subscription kit, and by the way, today is the last day to subscribe for the May kit, and I've got a little sneak peek for you and a little something else to share that I don't think it was available last week. If it was, I totally missed it, but I saw it now, so sorry, I have a hair in my face. All you need for any of our inclusive kits is a pair of scissors and the kit. Everything else is in the kit. That's all you need. Nothing else need to be looked for around your house. So it comes to your mailbox. The Paper Pumpkin kit comes to your mailbox every month. You don't have to remember to order it. You don't have to remember to click any buttons or anything. You can either get it month to month, where it automatically ships each month and deducts from your credit card or debit card, or you can get a prepaid kit. And when you prepay the kit, when you do a 1 month, you get $1 off. When you do a 3 month, I don't have all those numbers actually in my head. Anyways, the more you subscribe for, prepay for, the more discount you get. So you can do 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month. And of course the 12 month is the best bang for your buck because you pay for 11 and you get 12. So you get one free, plus you get Stampin' Rewards. Good morning, Covina. So nice to have you on here. So the Paper Pumpkin kit is just amazing. It comes every month. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that there's so much you can do. And the cards are so amazing that you don't even have to do the alternates if you don't want. There have been many times where I've struggled to do alternates because I've loved the cards as is. This happens to be one of those months. I really love these cards. But we've gone ahead and we've done some alternates. You don't have to though. So every month you get an exclusive photopolymer stamp set. Photopolymer means it's the clear plastic that you can see through, and they are exclusive to Paper Pumpkin. You can't order them anywhere else. And then you get an ink spot, at least one. Sometimes you get two. This one happens to be shaded spruce, and this time around I will be using my regular size pad instead of my other one, instead of the little spot. And then with your very first kit, when you start your subscription, you will get a clear block to use each time that you work with your Paper Pumpkin kit. Or you can step it up and you can go and you could order a couple of these ergonomic blocks. They are the same size, as you can see, they're the same size. They just happen to be a little thicker. Now, if you're really into kits and you've ordered some of our kit collection kits, then you'll get a number of these small ones because they'll be in each of the kits, and then you could glue them together. If you do choose to glue them together, I highly recommend the Stampin' Seal Plus. This is for 3D projects and such, and it will help hold those together. Or you can, like I said, order a few different of our different sizes of blocks in the ergonomic, which just has this little indentation here for you to be able to grip it a little easier. They all work the same, all right? They just feel a little differently in your hand. The next thing we have in every kit, whether it's Paper Pumpkin or the kit collection, are the exclusive instructions. And they are the no-fail instructions. You just can't fail using these instructions. So on the front, it shows you the 3 different cards. There were 3 of each design, so you get 9 cards in here. A month-to-month subscription is $24.50. They just raised the price this month to $24.50. And You get a picture of all the ingredients in the kit, the colors that coordinate with the kit. It gives you some ideas on here of some alternates that you can make with this kit, but again, you don't have to. And then places, excuse me, places where you can find more ideas besides what I share with you. There's lots of people making different projects with these. The nice thing in here is you only have to find a pair of scissors. You don't have to go looking for a ruler because they have a ruler already in here. And then on here, they show you which ingredients go with which card. There is a typo over here. It should be number 3, not number 1 again. But they are in order and done properly, and it is labeled number 3 over here. And so then you have your no-fail instructions. And so to make the cards as designed, trying to figure out where to set that. This was the first card. I'm grateful for all the little things you do. Super pretty with this. All right. And then, oh, the second card, I need to make another card, was this one with the flowers. It was a sympathy card, and I ended up needing a sympathy card for a memorial I went to, so I took it. Good morning, Donna. Working but listening. That works for me. Happy to have you on here. All right, and then we had this card, Enjoy Your Day, and look at the shimmeriness of the flowers. Super fun. Then what we did is we took some of the circles, the circle skeletons from popping out these circles, and we used them with blending brushes to make a polka dot pattern on the card and said, I'm grateful for all the little things you do. Added some extra ribbon. This was not part of the kit. This is the Sweet Sorbet glitter, what's it called? Metallic ribbon. All right. And then last week we cut part of those leaves used to pond we used to live by, and so I thought about doing that. So I haven't gotten rid of these yet. It's not a card I'm going to make today, just because I have a different card in mind. And the card I'm going to make today is actually going to just use this one flower and highlight this one flower. So we're going to use this. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to see. And then there's always the adhesive. There's bling in here. And then there's always adhesive. You always have the glue dots for putting everything together. And then you have the dimensionals for popping things up. Now the other thing with the glue dots, if you want to make your kit experience, hi Missy, glad to have you here. You're not very late, you just missed all the usual hubbub about what the kit is. With the glue dots, if you want to make these easiest to use, I highly recommend a take your pick tool. All right, we have here the little point part, and this is great for picking up these. So you'll see me use this a lot. This tool is great, not just for kits, but for pretty much everything else with crafting. Some days I wonder how I ever made it without it. All right, so I'm going to pull out this card front, and let's see. Am I going to use that? I might use that. I've got an idea in my head, but you all know how sometimes that goes awry. Let's see. What else do we have in here? So this is the one that I need to make as is because I don't. So I'm going to take that out so I don't forget and grab something out of there. And then I'm short where I didn't really want a petal pink. Here we go. I want to use this one. All right, so today I'm actually going to turn this into a graduation card because it is time to think graduation. Now, graduation cards don't always have to look like just a celebration thing. It can be anything. So I wanted to give it a whirl. I'm going to use this one. and this, and I'm going to pull in some petal pink. All right, I know. You're like, June, you're using petal pink? Yes, I'm going to use some petal pink. And I might not use this. I might end up switching. I have here, just in case, I have here just a plain shaded spruce card base, just in case, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna, I'm not sure I want the white. I think I want, actually, I already know. I want this. And then I wanted to bring in these 3 embossing folders. All right, so this one is really pretty with the flowers or starfish. I haven't quite decided what it is. Let's see, do we have something I can do it on to where you can see? Trying to find a piece of scrap that would work. Here we go. Let's run that one through there. And now I have this one where I had already run it through, and it looks like this. And this is the one I want to use today. And that's the dots then. And then let's run this through something. And sometimes it just looks better on, I think we'll try, here we go, piece of balmy blue. So let's go ahead and run those through so I can show you what those look like. They come as a set of 3 embossing folders on the online store. They're part of the online exclusives, although I just got in there today and it doesn't say, there's nothing that says online exclusives. So I'm actually going to call and ask about that, because we just did a webinar on using the online exclusives, and there's nothing in there where you can find it as online exclusives. All right, so we have this. I'm going to put this one in here and run it through. And sometimes I like to run them through twice just to make sure. And then I'm going to put this one in here just so we can see the differences of what the embossing folders look like. All right, it shows you on the online store and in the catalog what it's going to look like versus just seeing the plastic. The plastic doesn't really tell you much, right? It just gives you an idea, but until you actually see it done, it's hard to know for sure what that's going to look like. So this one is the dots, which I really like, and we're going to use that today. Then we have this one, which looks like that. So to me, you could take this and turn it into a twist. You could turn it into starfish, or you could use it for flowers. It's really got a two-tone, or a can't even think of the word, multi-purpose. And this is the other side. So you could even use, for this one for sure, you could use either side depending on the look that you're going for. I think it would work for either one. For this one, yep, depending on whether you want sunken dots or puffy dots. And then let's see what this one looks like. I've used this before, but it's been a while. All right. So this one looks almost like some sort of linen, some sort of interesting texture, and this is the other side, which is flatter, and this then has the texture that comes out more. So that are those are the 3 folders. We are going to use this one though. Oddly, I pulled in the there's a fire truck. The petal pink, because it just goes well with this. All right, look at that. It's just going to go really well with this. So we do need to cut this down though, because it is too big. It is already, it's 4 1/8. I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches, because that's usually the size we want for our layer, because I do want the green to show. And then cut it at 5 1/4. All right, and then I think since I've got this, I'm going to use it for the inside, and I'm just going to cut this off right there. Oh, another siren. prayers for whoever's in that accident, this highway. It's really bad. All right, so we're going to put this here like that. Isn't that a great pop? I love that. Let me get you a little bit closer. There we go. Isn't that wonderful? I love that. All right, and we're going to be having this flower, showcasing it in the center. Let's go ahead and bring our stamps in here. Now, you can use the Celebrate Today. That would make a great graduation sentiment. I don't have an actual graduation sentiment. I just have a lot of you did it's, hip hip hooray, and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and use Celebrate Today. And let's see, enjoy your day. No, with deepest sympathy. Yep. Celebrate Today. Or do we want to use hip hip hooray? Let's see how big. Oh, it would be hip hip. That's actually too big. Well, good to know. Let's see. Good luck. What's new? Hey there. Nope. Yeah, there's none. Let's see. I was going to use Hoot Hoot, you're so cute. It's your day. Now, see, for graduation cards, I'm going to be using this one for those ones from January's kit. But we'll go ahead with Celebrate Today. I feel like this is too big. Let's see if we had a smaller. Did we have a smaller one in here? Yes, we did. Let's go ahead and use that banner. That's a better banner. And a banner works really nicely with the idea that I have going on. All right, so Celebrate Today. So you noticed the other day about not seeing online. Yeah, so I don't know what that's all about. I'm going to ask, because I was going to share my screen and show you all how to find the online exclusive, but I couldn't find the online exclusive, so I don't know. I don't know. So let's do this. All right, we're not going to stick it down yet. I just realized I forgot to get some white out for the inside of my card. So we have this. Now we have some Granny Apple green here. So I'm going to use this because this green actually goes with the Granny Apple. It is supposed to be the Parakeet Party, but to me it is way darker than Parakeet Party, and it actually, wrong one. It actually looks a little bit closer to the Granny Apple green. So I'm going to use it because Granny Apple green is in here. And I just want to run it around this. So I'm going to run it just a few times around here, and then cut enough off so that I have the ability to tie a bow on the side. There we go. So you want to make sure that you know what you're doing with your ribbon before you tack down. And I want this to show as separate lines, not one thick line. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. So I want this to show. I'm going to use my little glue dot trick. And I like to put a glue dot where I want my knot of my bow because it holds it in place. All right, and now I need the light so I can see what I'm doing. You all can see what I'm doing, but this makes it just a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. So then I can tie my bow, which is a little bit long, but that's okay. So these are not the school colors. The school colors are green and gold, but this doesn't match green and gold. And really, when you have the Celebrate Today, it could be for anything. It could even be a wedding card if you needed a wedding card. It's kind of that season too, not just graduation, right? All right, so I'm going to trim that down just a little bit more. And whoop, that didn't cut all the way. There we go. All right, turn this a little more sideways. All right, and then we're going to put this right up here, and I'm going to use dimensionals for that. And so you want to make sure your dimensionals are going to be on either side of the line. This is a pretty big one. Here we go. And I'm going to do that like that. All right. Love how that's coming together. And then I'm just going to put this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on dimensionals because this is so bumpy. I want to go ahead and have it on dimensionals so that I know it will stick down. All right, so I don't know, actually I meant for this to be kind of a graduation card for a girl, but it looks more like an anniversary card or a wedding card. So now I think what we'll do, that's flat, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, and I'm going to make sure I have lots of glue. You want to make sure you have lots of adhesive when you have the embossed paper. All right, and all right, here we go. And that came out even better than I visualized it. I love when that happens, don't you? Everybody say better when it comes out better than you think of it in your head. You see something in your head and then you go to do it and you're like, oh yeah. Now what I did realize is I was going to use some silver behind here, but I don't, does it need the silver? Because I can pull it up a little bit and stick some silver behind it, but I'm thinking with this ribbon it really looks good enough. Comment silver if you think it needs silver. Add bling. Well, yeah, I've got this bling I can add. I was trying to decide if I wanted to add silver. All right, so we will put this one over there with this. And we'll add another one up here with that. Oh, yeah, I do like this. I think it's more of a wedding card though, and I don't know anyone getting married. So, we'll see. But I do like that. I do like that a lot. All right, and then for the inside of the card, let's see. What do we have that we could use on the inside of the card? Anything? See, and I won't use this because the blue won't really match with that, so I'll have to get a regular envelope. And do I have anything? I don't really have anything that could go on the inside unless I cut up this, and I don't really want to cut up that because that would also make a really pretty card front. So maybe what I'll do, hang on a second, I will get the envelope and get the inside, and we can do this little bit of greenery on the inside in the shaded spruce. There we go. Let's move that out of the way for a moment. Nobody said add the silver. All right, I'm leaving it. I'll leave it off. That's what I had in my head to do. And then I'll just hang these down from here. All right, and then seems to be a little bit of white there in the corner. All All right, and then you can put whatever you want on the inside, which is always nice. And then what we'll do is we'll put this on the inside, and then I'm going to go ahead and emboss, because you know how I've been doing that lately, emboss the flap of my envelope. Okay. Oh, I was going to use those dots on the inside. Oh, well, yeah. Best laid plans, right? I was going to use this, but now I've already, yeah, no. We'll leave it like this, but this could have gone inside as well. It would have added a little bit of extra bulk, but not enough to worry about. But we'll go ahead and do the envelope with the dots because I really, really like doing that. Now, when you're, I'm sure I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Whenever you are sealing your, your envelope, make sure that you get this really, really wet so that it kind of goes through and will seal where it's embossed. All right? Because you don't want it to come up because of the embossing. All right? So make sure you get that, I mean, not so wet that it's dripping all over the place, obviously, but you want to make sure that it really seals down so that the envelope stays closed so that whatever you put in the envelope doesn't come out of the envelope. All right, so this is just such a fun, simple way to add a little bit of oomph to your envelopes. I love this. I love this. And then I don't feel like I'm wasting anything, because what do people do with the envelopes? When you get a card or something in the mail, what do you do with your envelopes? Do you keep them? Do you tear them up? Do you use them for scratch paper? That's what my husband does. That's why that came to mind. What do you do with your envelopes? Most people probably just tear them up and throw them away. So if I use a lot of pretty stuff, paper and whatnot on here, then I always feel like they're just going to throw it away, where they're probably going to keep the card. And even with this, it's okay if they throw it away because all I did was emboss it. That took 2 seconds, you know. And then you can, when you have stamps, like I could totally, whoop, here we go. We could go ahead and put this one sprig here. And so now your card and your envelope totally match, but you haven't really wasted any product because it just took a little bit of time, but there's no extra product. And here, this is what they're going to save. They're going to save this card, and they're going to have it to look at it. So that came out good. I like that. I still think having some silver behind there would have looked good, but I'm not even sure now where to put it, whether I would have put it under here and just cut out a bit more and brought it down. You could do that. You could add silver. You could, if I had I don't even have a larger piece. I'm almost out of it. I have 2 pieces like this. You could have done a circle and put it on a circle of silver. That would have looked pretty too. Scratch paper sometimes, usually trash, right? Yeah, usually it goes in the trash, the envelope. I will use the envelope in the car. That's usually where my husband uses it too, or wherever he can find it. Because when I open the mail, I pull everything out of the envelopes and then I stick them in the recycle bin, right? So you want an envelope to kind of go with your card, because then it's pretty, and when they get this, they'll be like, ooh, look. And then when they go to that, they'll be like, ooh, look. And then they can't wait to see what's inside. But when all is said is done, this is going in the recycle bin, and this is what they're going to showcase on their mantle or refrigerator or desk or wherever they want to. So that's what you want to keep in mind. All right. So thank you for joining me today. Remember, oh, I was going to show you this. So this is the kit that is coming starting tomorrow. So if you are not subscribed, today is the last day to subscribe. This is how the box is going to look, all pretty and colored with the in colors. And then they have an add-on. All right, so it has an add-on of cards and envelopes so that you can make even more and send out even more. And for me, being up here in Montana, I definitely need these because I know lots of outdoorsy people, and these would be great to give as cards, as little hello cards or thank you cards or birthday cards or whatever. So I highly recommend you do the add-on. If you don't do the add-on sooner rather than later, then you will probably miss out. A lot of times the add-ons sell out. Now just know though, you can't get the add-on unless you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. All right, you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to be able to go to get any of the add-ons or that for. She does it about every 3 to 6 months. I can't remember which one. And I tend to help her out with that because sometimes those zeros just are a bugger. So feel free to ask me for any help. I will be home working today, crafting, working on senior poster with people coming over, but I will be checking my messages. So feel free to message me or email me. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week. We are now on the downslide towards the weekend. Woohoo! I got track, praying for sun, not rain this weekend, and then we're doing Mystery Make-Along. So I will get that email out for sure before the weekend. So have a great one, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.